What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is KareemNatic. So you've seen a lot of hype and gossip about Elysium's World of Warcraft server, and you want to know more before starting your vanilla WoW journey. Let's get started. The Elysium PVP server movement has been very strong since the Nostalrius servers came back online in early December, and with the recent release of Elysium's fresh PVP server, which is a realm that's been created for everyone to level up from a clean slate and enjoy the content equally. So this is 5 things you need to know before playing Elysium's PVP vanilla WoW server. Number 5. Waiting times. It is important to know that for the first couple of days, even the first few weeks, you'll be in a queue when trying to get into the game, as there are so many players such as yourself trying to get into the realm. It's important just to have patience, and the best way to actually deal with this is to tab out of the game and burn some time watching maybe YouTube videos or surfing the net, or reading up more vanilla WoW information. Just don't forget, you occasionally need to check back in your position in the queue and tab back into the game. You don't want to time out on the login screen. So to add to this point, if you notice the server is lagging or having issues with logging in, make sure you always check Elysium's developer Twitter page, as they are excellent at letting the player base know what is going on behind the scenes. One of the biggest tips also to keep into account is that if you get disconnected from the server or get stuck at authenticating screen, wait at least 30 seconds before logging in again. Number 4. Starting zones. Whichever race or class that you decide to go with, there will be a lot of people at the starting zones, and it will be overwhelming and frantic at first. It is a wonderful thing to see so many people on the same journey as you, but it can become quickly frustrating depending on the quest that you're doing. Quests that might need you to obtain items from killing a number of mobs will seem near enough impossible, but you'll be able to get a grasp of it after grinding a few times. But after fighting your way through the starting zones, the next few leveling zones you reach will be a lot calmer and easier to navigate through. Number 3. Working together. This ties in close with number 4. In the vanilla WoW era, it consisted a lot more on interaction and communication as well as teamwork with other players. And as you start the quest, you will notice an abundance of players that are camping the same quest mob spots as you. And it's generally because the mob spawn rate isn't instant after the mob is killed. It respawns in due time. But this causes players to wait for mobs to reappear so they can tag and get the kill for it. But due to the slow grind or the difficulty killing some mobs, players tend to form groups and invite other players on the same quest so they can kill the mobs quicker and try to loot the item or get the quest mob kill count faster. So once you are in these areas, you will notice players inviting you to join their group. Throughout the World of Warcraft experience, it is important to collaborate with quests that require more than one player, or even areas that you find difficult to quest alone. It is extremely easy to find leveling friends as everyone is in the same position and journey as you. Number 2. Leveling time. If you're completely new to World of Warcraft and wondering how long does it take to level your character to the grand level of 60, there are so many factors to take into account, like the time it takes you to navigate from zone to zone, or how difficult a specific area will take, or how quickly you can work together with other players on difficult obstacles, quests and zones. For more seasoned players, it tends to take around 2 weeks. But for others, it can take up to 6 months. It depends on how much effort and commitment you place on your character. But remember, it isn't a race to 60, rather it's a progression of your character. And vanilla WoW takes a strong pride in the journey to 60 rather than just focusing on the end game. Learn your character's skills and understand your character and your class to the best of your ability along the way, because it will only benefit you once you get to the end game. Number 1. Make your first character count. One of the most important points throughout this entire video has to be, pick a class or race that you actually like. If cosmetically you don't like the look of a certain race, or you prefer a melee class over a ranged class, you should pick exactly what you personally want in your character. The reason this is important is because if you're not enjoying your character, you will find it difficult to progress within the game, generally because your desire will be weaker to stick with your character's progression, and eventually you will stop enjoying the experience and content. On a final note, ultimately it's all about enjoying your experience. because at the end of the day it's all about having fun. And Elysium Vanilla WoW community is a strong community, and because of this strength you'll be introduced to the whole new way of playing a game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please smash the like button for more gaming epicness, and why not be a part of the KareemNatic family by subscribing. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, I do live stream completely for Elysium PVP Vanilla WoW, so if you guys don't know, make sure you guys check that out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.